team is being drawn out by Joe Cole. He's twiddling the ball in his hands. He's releasing the sheath of paper from said ball, and it's Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich will be in Group A. Well, will they though? Because no, will they? Just hold on a cotton picking second, because Eric had. Oh, they are in Group A. Yeah, I thought they had to draw the group as well.
It was flashing red there for a second. I was wondering what was going on, but yeah, Bayern Munich Group A, aren't they?
So in Group B, Joe Cole's twiddling the ball again. Them Champions League balls. This is weird.
I feel like that's gonna be a popular phrase today. Joe Cole's twiddling the ball. Yeah. He's gonna have to do that. What, 32 times?
Yeah, shout out producer Carl. Sevilla are in Group B.
Wouldn't mind that. Would not mind that.
Oh, this is all very nerve-wracking. Like a child. So, who will be topping the charts in Group C? Please do remember to smash the like button. And it's Napoli in Group C. You ever been to Naples?
I have not.
Absolute asshole.
Is it? Well, I'm not too surprised.
But you get outside of Naples, and it was the most beautiful part of the world, where I went on my honeymoon. Fun fact. Don't know why I pointed the mic at you there. Yeah, reaction to me going on honeymoon.
Not sure what you want me to say there. But I hope you had a lovely time.
Benfica are the next team out. Wouldn't mind that.
No.
And they are going in Group D.
The last team we faced in a UEFA competition, if you remember rightly.
Yes. Europa League under Pardiola.
Mm-hmm.
So close, yes.
Heartbreak when it was Rodrigo, I think, the one that's just left Leeds. Scored the what turned out to be the winner for them.
Feyenoord are in Group E. So looking at that from a competitive standpoint, we're looking at. I mean, I would want to avoid Napoli personally. You're looking at now at your Benficas, your Feyenoords.
Paris Saint-Germain Group G, is it? Group G?
A, B, C, D, E, F.
I to be honest, I lost my head there. Group F.
It's Group F, PSG. Now, the dreamers amongst you. Could you imagine Kylian Mbappe going one-on-one with Big Dan Burn?
I'd have shivers down my spine. I like it would. Yeah, it would worry me.
Nah, not at all. Manchester City. So
we cannot be in Group G. Is probably what you were about to say. Yeah.
Yes, we cannot be in Group G. Newcastle United. If you were hoping G is your lucky letter, forget it. We are not going to be in Group G. Oh, that was very delicately done there by Joe Cole. If you're watching along with us on TNT, then you'll know Barcelona are the last team out. And they are in Group
H, which is the first letter of my name, funnily enough.
And that's the kind of insightful analysis we bring to you here on Newcastle Fans TV. Part 2 is about to commence. Smash the like button if you enjoyed that wonderful analysis. Part 2.
Of course, there's a break in between the two pots.
Part 2 includes Real Madrid, which seems absolutely mental.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't win the league, did they? So I think that's why. Or maybe coefficients or whatever. But yeah, Barcelona nabbed that one from them, didn't they?
But they're the biggest team in the world.
Oh, they are, absolutely. But it's not all about being big, isn't it? Sometimes it's about being the best. Obviously, that's what everyone seems to be calling Manchester City at the moment, the best team in the world, and so they're in pot 1. Don't know how. Real Madrid should be in pot 1 by all means, but so be it. Someone's going to have a tough group if they catch them.
Yeah, of course. From pot 2, we can't face Manchester United and we can't face Arsenal, as we won't be facing another English team in the group stage. So we could get Inter Milan, we could get Dortmund, Porto, Leipzig, or one of the Madrids, Real or Atletico. It's going to be interesting now to see how the groups take shape after this second part.
Because then you get a proper ability to judge what group you would or wouldn't want. Imagine you get, say, Dortmund in with Man City, or like Real Madrid in with PSG. Don't even take me there.
Joe Cole is dipping his hands in the balls in pot 2. I feel like these draws are going to be sources of innuendo.
Well, I mean, it's not like you're encouraging it or anything, is it?
Not at all. So these teams now, I'm assuming, as Dortmund is pulled out the hat, the first team out of pot.
So they will not be in Group A. Does that? Well, what is it?
So they could go in Group E, F, G, or H for.
That one out.
I don't know, but I'm not arguing.
I don't understand how that works because obviously they can't face Bayern.
It's like the World Cup draw, isn't it? You can't face, like, I don't know. I think they've overcomplicated it so much. It's best to just smile and nod along.
Yeah, I suppose so. Can't figure out now anyway.
So Dortmund are going in Group F. So that puts them with Paris Saint-Germain. Is that now a group to want to go in or a group to avoid?
Well, I guess it. You don't want to get it. If there's a favourable team from pot 3, then maybe. But if you've got a tough team in pot 3, then you wouldn't want that group, would you?
Arsenal are the next team out, so they cannot go in Man City's Group G. So there's a lot of variations possible for which group Arsenal go into. They can go in anything basically apart from F and G. Eric Adabel's staring down the camera lens very, very ominously.
Good looking man, Eric Abidal.
Group B. Group B for Arsenal. So they are going to Sevilla. That's a bit disappointing.
Yeah, because you would have taken that group. We can't get in there now. Yeah, a little bit frustrating.
So we know Newcastle will not be facing Seville or Sevilla. Seville or Sevilla?
Sevilla.
Newcastle will not be facing Seville in the Champions League as Atletico Madrid are the next team out.
We wouldn't mind them. Well,
how Simeone?
I was going to say though.
Tyndall Simeone.
Would you want them in Man City's group, or would you want the option of having them for the Tyndall Simeone?
That's box office. That is proper pay-per-view. Atletico Madrid are going to be in Group E, and they're going to be alongside Feyenoord. Now that's an interesting group.
Yeah, I think at the moment that is the most favourable group, definitely.
Interesting. Next team out. Joe Cole's struggling, twiddling the balls. Man United are the next team out.
Okay.
So they can either go in Group A, Group C, or Group D.
Yeah.
Man United versus Bayern Munich would be interesting.
Yeah, it would be, and it wouldn't be nice for anyone else getting drawn in that group.
So, will they be there though? That's the big question.
Mm-hmm.
And the answer is yes. Yes.
That one out.
I predicted the future. Man United will face Bayern Munich, which means Newcastle will avoid Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Because them's the rules.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Well, brilliant. You'd never want to face a European supergiant like Bayern, especially as they've just bought Harry Kane as well.
I think out of the big teams, Bayern Munich was one of the ones that appealed least.
Yeah, definitely. You take a PSG, someone who's struggling in Europe, even with all the star players, over a Bayern Munich because they've got that history and that pedigree over recent years.
Not that there's going to be any easy games, of course.
No.
Leipzig are the next team drawn out. As a fly flies right by my face. One of the very few flies you'll find in a Green King pub.
What we love to see is Group D still hasn't got an English team. I mean, there's only Benfica in there, but Man United and Arsenal avoided them, so
yeah,
that's good. If we could.
So Leipzig are going in Group G, or Group G, as the French would say. They're with Manchester City.
Is it me, or do they always get drawn together? Like, Man City always get decent draws. Like,
Well, there's still time. There's some tricky teams in pot 3 and 4.
no, there is, but I mean, it feels like it's a match played like every year. Man City Leipzig. I don't know if that's just me, but
Inter Milan are the next drawn out. There's only one possibility for them. They're going in Group D with Benfica because the only other groups.
so that's interesting.
Real Madrid yet to be drawn out.
So they'll be in with Napoli.
Yes.
That's a group to avoid. Bloody hell.
Very, very tough. Napoli, very hard team to beat. Porto are the next team out. Would that mean there's only one possibility for Porto as well then? They're going in with Barcelona.
Barcelona, yeah.
So Group H will be Porto and Barcelona.
Oh, the Sabobi group is brewing.
It is. It is. Group H. The Sabobi group. It's on.
It is on. Keep an eye out for Group H.
So Real Madrid will be the last team drawn out. They will go in Group C with Napoli. That is a potential group of death, especially if Napoli keep hold of Osimhen, which it looks like they're going to now.
Yeah, they've got a team full of stars, don't they? That Kvaratskhelia. You know,
That's a cracking attempt.
Yeah, I'm proud of that one. But no, you never want to face a team coming off the back of winning a league, no matter what you think of the league, really.
So as we await pot 3, which contain teams like Shakhtar, who will be playing in Poland, I believe.
Yeah, to be
You're taking my word for it. Well, they're not going to be playing in Ukraine, are they?
No, absolutely not.
Salzburg are also in pot 3, as well as AC Milan. This is who I want. As a child in the 90s, watching Football Italia on Channel 4 on a Sunday afternoon, I used to enjoy watching AC Milan and George Weah. Getting Tonali, of course.
And Botman.
Yes. So Lazio are in there as well.
I wouldn't choose Lazio.
No, I wouldn't.
Still a dangerous team.
Yeah. Copenhagen, that could be an interesting one. Not one on many people's. Maybe a forgotten team in the Champions League. Let's all go to Denmark.
Yeah, be a nice trip, and not the worst team to face either.
So, James is in the comments. Let us know which group you want Newcastle to go in. He wants Group D, and the Sabobi group is on the cards. We're halfway there. All the games will be hard. It's going to be a damn good test for Newcastle. Very, very true. That's why we're part of Europe's elite. So, first team out of pot 3 is just very delicately poised now, Joe Cole. Look at him. Cupping it. Shakhtar. Now, I think they can go anywhere. No, they can't. They can go in A to D. Where are they going to go? There's only one man who can tell us, and that's Eric Abidal.
Yeah, there is. Where are they going? I bet they end up in Group A.
I don't get the point of stirring the balls. What's that going to achieve? Because the UEFA guys stirred them clockwise, and Abidal's just stirred them counterclock.
I don't know. I was going to say so no one thinks it's rigged, but then it just.
It's
you could argue it's more rigged if they do that.
Right, Shakhtar are going in Group H.
Oh, that's the Sabobi group off the cards then.
Yeah. No Sabobi group. Shakhtar have spoilt the party, unfortunately.
I have to say this isn't looking brilliant.
Well, what were you expecting?
Well, no, but nothing's fallen into place. It seems very spread out.
Red Star Belgrade is the next team. Not a glamorous away tie.
Could be quite dangerous.
Yeah, very much so. not high on the priority list. They can go pretty much anywhere as well.
You'd want them probably in Group F and just avoid Group F with a
Send Man
PSG
City.
Dortmund.
PS.
Is that Group E? I might have got that wrong.
Well, we're going to find out where Red Star Belgrade are going, and they are going in Group G.
Yes, that's the one with PSG and Dortmund. So I think you'd take that. Oh no, it's
No,
not.
it's Man City.
No, yeah.
So we cannot. We're not going. We're not going to Belgrade.
Yeah.
We're not going to Belgrade. Right. So they're with Man City and Leipzig. So you were talking absolute guff.
Well, you said Man City first. I just went
Yeah,
off what you
I
said.
was correct. PSV Eindhoven are the next team out of pot 3. They can go in A, B, C, or D. So, currently as it stands, Newcastle cannot go in Group A. They cannot go in Group G, and they cannot go in Group B. Which is where PSV are going.
Yeah. Alongside Arsenal and Sevilla.
That's an easy group for them, isn't it?
It's yeah, it is.
Arsenal fans will.
To get out.
Well, I'll back Sevilla to finish 3rd.
Really?
Well, yeah. Sevilla in the Champions League, yes, please. Sevilla in the Europa League, absolutely not.
Fair enough.
AC Milan, right. This is one that
Keep an eye on.
I hold an interest in. So they can either go in Group E or F, both of which are eligible for Newcastle.
And if they get Group E, I'd love to be in Group E.
Group F is looking like the group of death at the moment with PSG.
It's not ideal, that one, is it?
Yeah, PSG and Dortmund are the ones to avoid in Group F. But AC Milan are going to be in Group F. So Group F is looking like the group of death at the moment. Group F, PSG, Borussia Dortmund, AC Milan.
Please do not put Newcastle.
I fancy that.
It would be good. It'd be good for the atmosphere and for the crowds and for everything that everyone wants. But I could see us quite comfortably finishing bottom.
Not at all. Salzburg are the next team out of pot 3. They can go in either Group A, Group C, or Group D. I mean, either way you look at it, the way these groups are shaping up now, we're getting one hell of a away day wherever we go.
And if we're in what was it, Group F, the group of death, yeah, you're getting 3 hells of an away. You know what I'm trying to say.
We all know what you mean. Salzburg are in Group D with Inter Milan and Benfica. That is a group I would like the look of getting out of.
Yeah, that's not bad. I like that. I agree.
So there's hope. There's hope for whatever scenario you wish for Newcastle. Whether you want the big names, the hard away days, as Lazio are pulled out of pot 3. They're going in Group E, and they're going with Feyenoord and Atletico Madrid. That again,
I don't mind that as a group. I wouldn't mind being put in there.
it's very, very much up in the air, really. It's either one or the other. There's no sort of in between at the minute. There's a couple of nice groups that are shaping up, and there's some horrific ones as well.
Completely agree. Copenhagen, next one's out.
Who wants to go to Denmark? You bet. If you do, you best hope they get drawn in Group C.
Yeah.
Because the only other option is Group A, of course, and that's with Manchester United and Bayern Munich.
They are
And they're going to be in Group
A, alongside Manchester United and Bayern Munich.
Those who fancy Denmark in winter, unlucky. Put your big jacket away. It's not happening. So, one more team, I think, to come out of pot 3 before we get to the juiciness of today's draw. and Braga are out, and they are going in Group C with Napoli and Real Madrid. Right then, that's Group 3, Pot 3, all done and dusted. Pot 4 now, where Newcastle United are situated currently. Looking at the group so far, where do you want to end up? Where do you think we'll end up?
I quite fancy the Atletico Madrid group. Atletico, Lazio, and Feyenoord. I think the Dortmund, PSG, AC Milan group would be an adventure and a half, and everyone would love the trips and the away days and welcoming those fans. But I think that's the one that we've got at least chance of getting out of, that we could be drawn in. It'd be a great experience, but I think for me, Feyenoord, Atletico, and Lazio in is it Group E?
Yeah. This is why we're here now. Pot 4, containing Newcastle United for the Champions League draw. I mean, that group that does look quite favourable. You're still going to Rotterdam. You're still going to loads of. We're still going to Madrid. Mm-hmm. So other British interest in this group is with Celtic, as Isak's goal against Aston Villa has shown. Right, smash the like button now, folks. Over 200 people watching live from the Junction, the wonderful Green King pub. It's time to find out where Newcastle United will be going in the Champions League. Here we go. Young Boys, Real Sociedad, Galatasaray, Celtic, Newcastle United, Union Berlin, Antwerp and Lens make up Pot 4. Nervous?
Very tense, very tense.
Excited?
Oh, absolutely.
Right. This is it. Where will Paul Dummett be going? Where will Matt Ritchie be going?
Where does Dan Burn make his Champions League debut?
Joe Cole.
That's not us.
It's not Newcastle United because I saw an R, and it's Real Sociedad. So, Real Sociedad can go into Group A, Group D, Group F and Group G.
Yeah.
So, Group F, of course, is the group of death. Newcastle can't go in Group G because it contains Manchester City. So, do you want to see an F here?
Yeah, just to rule them out. Yeah, absolutely.
Eric Abidal is twizzling the ball. And Real Sociedad will be playing in Group D. So, the group of death is still very much on the cards. Group D is now fully made up, and it's the easy group that's gone, I'm afraid. It's Benfica, it's Inter Milan, it's Salzburg, it's Sociedad. That is Group D, so that's an opportunity missed possibly for Newcastle as Joe Cole is about to draw the next ball.
Tell you what doesn't look as bad. I wouldn't mind Group H as well. Barcelona, Porto.
It's Newcastle! The next team out is Newcastle. Here we go, folks. Newcastle United could go in Group E. They could go in Group F. They can go in Group H. F, remember, is the group of death.
F or H.
Group H is Barcelona, is Porto, is Shakhtar. Group E is a very favourable draw as well. Group F is the group of death. The other two groups are favourable. Newcastle United are in Group F! Newcastle United, as Lee Marshall and Darren Eales and Dan Ashworth. We're going to Paris Saint-Germain. We're going to Dortmund. We're going to AC Milan. Newcastle United are in the group of death. Of course we are. Of course we are. PSG, Dortmund, AC Milan.
The one group I didn't want.
Oh, you need that Harry, man.
There's mixed reactions in the pub. There's a massive cheer went up. Galatasaray have been drawn out. We're in Group F. We're in the group of death. Bring it on. Bring it on. War flags versus the yellow wall. Sandro Tonali's going back to AC Milan.
Kylian Mbappe.
Kylian Mbappe will be playing.
James's Park.
Kylian Mbappe versus Paul Dummett.
Oh, surreal. It's not the group everyone would have wanted, but
I don't know. There's lots of people who are going to be cheering that
no,
group.
there'll be lots, but mixed opinions. It's not the group everyone would have wanted, but you can't deny that that's amazing to take them teams to St James's.
It's amazingly difficult. Galatasaray are going into Group A with Bayern Munich, Manchester United and Copenhagen. Man United and Bayern seem to have a penalty kick for that group. Paris is drivable. Immediately, we've got 4 members of the NFTV team behind camera, and immediately we are planning a road trip to Paris as Union Berlin are drawn in. We could get the train to Paris.
Yeah,
Eurostar. Train to St Pancras, King's Cross. Eurostar. Or Carl still has his shag van.
yeah, group trip. Why not?
Be a modern day Max and Paddy. Kylian Mbappe is coming to St James's Park. AC Milan are coming to St James's Park. Borussia Dortmund, the Yellow Wall, is coming to St James's Park. That is the headline. We need a graphic on screen, Lee, please. As Group C is now complete, Napoli, Real Madrid, Braga, and Union Berlin. 4 more teams to be drawn out to conclude the draw. After we're done with this watch along of the group draw, we are going to be live again from the junction with some reaction for you. Live from the junction pub. Young boys are the next drawn out. Make your own jokes. We don't have time. Young boys will be going in group. Smash the like button as well. Have I said that enough?
No. So smash that like.
Okay.
Do it now.
Young boys are in Group G. So Group G is now complete. Manchester City.
Shock.
Manchester
Man City get a piss easy draw again. Shock.
Man City have got young boys.
Salzburg, no, Leipzig and Red Star Belgrade, is it? Yeah.
Correct, yeah, as Lonza are drawn out. They can only go in Group B. So Group B is now... I tell you what, Arsenal have got a very
good group, yeah.
Arsenal have got Sevilla, Eindhoven and Lens in their group. I mean, we're awaiting Celtic, but out of the British teams, I think we've got the short straw on beatability.
Certainly looks like it, although Man U do have Bayern, so...
Very true, but they've also got 2 very easy teams. Celtic have been drawn out. Celtic can go in Group E or H. It's not looking a bad draw for them, actually. They'd be fancying their chances of maybe nicking 2nd or 3rd, whichever group they're drawn in. If you're just tuning in, Newcastle have been drawn against Paris Saint-Germain, Borussia Dortmund and AC Milan. Celtic are in Group E with Feyenoord, Atletico Madrid and Lazio. Doable?
Yeah, it is doable. I'm just losing my focus. I cannot believe we got the group of death.
Royal Antwerp conclude today's draw. They will be going in to Group H with Barcelona, Porto and Shakhtar Donetsk. So, let's recap the draw in full. Obviously, the headline is Group F, which stands for fucking hell.
You can say that again.
Depends how you want it. There's gonna be mixed reaction, obviously, because it is the group of death. But there are some absolutely wonderful away days. We'll get into that. But the draws are as follows: Group A, Bayern Munich, Manchester United, Copenhagen, Galatasaray. Group B, Sevilla, Arsenal, Eindhoven, and Lens. Group C, Napoli, Real Madrid, Braga and Union Berlin. And Group D, Benfica, Inter Milan, Salzburg and Real Sociedad. Harry, Group E.
It's Feyenoord, Atletico Madrid, Lazio and Celtic. We move on to Group F, where we have the group of death: PSG, Borussia Dortmund, AC Milan and Newcastle United. Group G has Manchester City, RB Leipzig, Red Star Belgrade and Young Boys, and then Group H is Barcelona, Porto, Shakhtar Donetsk and Royal Antwerp.
So that concludes the draw. There's no doubt what takes the headline. Kelly, if you're watching, please can I go to Milan?
Let him go. Go on. Come on. You might.
Can we get that on microphone?
Yeah, let him go. Let Sam go to Milan.
A dream of mine to see Newcastle play at the San Siro. Memories, obviously, when we played into Milan in 02-03, but you won't remember because you were one. Wow. The groups have been drawn. Newcastle are in Group F.
I cannot believe it's just Newcastle, though, isn't it? It's just
After Manchester
there's always
City.
a bump along the road, isn't there? The draws, they just.
After Manchester City in the Carabao Cup third round last night, to draw in PSG, Dortmund and Milan in the Champions League. Get your comments in. I'll read a few out in the live chat before we wrap up, and then we will be live again very, very shortly. Oh no, we're staying on this one, are we, for reaction as well? Yeah, I'm getting the thumbs up. Stay with us. We're not going live again. We're staying on this stream. We're going to bring in Adam. We're going to bring in Andy very soon for some more reaction. Again, get your comments in and smash the like button. Manvir predicted we'd get PSG. Rowan saying very entertaining for us lot. Yes, it is. Great revenues for the team playing against PSG, Dortmund and AC Milan. Jason just says the F word in capital letters. Callum wanted Group D. Jay's got his draw of Dortmund. Haas is in the comments saying, loving it, lads. The pressure is off. Let's have a party. And the revenue's going to be bang tidy away, the lads. A lot of positivity. A lot of positivity in the comments, considering it's the group of death. There's a Villa fan in the comments saying it's over for you. But you know, enjoy the Conference League.
Yeah, Conference League, have fun. Yeah.
That wasn't even a thing.
You played the Scottish team that played third, came third or whatever. Just relax, get in your box. Yeah, 5-1.
Yeah, 5-1. So Harry, if we substitute you out very, very briefly, and we're gonna bring in either Adam or Andy, whichever one wants to step forward first, gentlemen. We'll stay live for another 15-20. Hello, mate.
Hello.
Instant reaction from that draw. So you are very much on the side of it's a group of dreams, not the group of death.
Yeah, I mean, for the ones that can afford to go there and they've got all the points to go, it's going to be a trip of a lifetime this season. I mean, anyone was a good option apart from maybe Napoli, Lazio, and Belgrade, but Dortmund was the team everyone wanted. We've got them. PSG, they're a bunch of individuals. They're not a football team. I think
PSG don't concern me whatsoever out of them three teams.
When you look at them, I think you think of PSG, you think Mbappe, but they've lost Neymar, and then they're a very young side. They've signed a lot of Europe's best grown players, so it'll be interesting to see what they're like. But I think just our intensity, the way we play, we can beat any three of them teams. I think AC Milan's Champions League run last season, we could have matched it, if not better at it, and got to the final. I think anyone would have lost to Man City on that night. They were unbelievable. Dortmund, they've lost Bellingham, they've lost Mohamed Dahoud. They don't look as big as a team as they used to. I think we'll go through.
Wow. Just how critical is home form going to be?
Massively, but I think, it's been 20 odd years. Under the lights, that Champions League theme hits at St James's. It's going to be unbeatable. And I honestly think all three teams, I don't know, Dortmund, for all their atmosphere and the big yellow wall and all that, I think they'll come and they'll absolutely shit themselves when they step out in St James's.
We're getting a few rival fans in the comments now saying we're salty and deluded, and we're fuming. I mean, we can't be all three.
I'm really, really salty, fuming, just happy, and
we're buzzing.
I mean, it's just honestly, it couldn't have been better. I mean, they get Dortmund. Dortmund was the one everyone wanted, I think. In AC Milan, you've got that little Tonali arc there, the Botman arc. Can you imagine Alessandro's tears? Home and away wins against AC Milan. That's where the salt will be, and I'll be there with me little washed out. I'll have me pasta the night before. I'll get the pasta jar, I'll wash it out, and it'll be there, ready sat for Alessandro's tears.
Lovely stuff. Let's quickly get Adam in. Well, Andy, you are back on Saturday with us.
Yes, watch along against Brighton.
Yes.
Yes,
Good to know.
yes, it is Brighton, yeah.
Good to know. You know our fixture list.
Yeah, we'll be here. Come, join us, sit in the back. Sam will have his arrows at, so you know where to walk this time.
Yeah.
Please do watch the equipment. It does cost a lot. And yeah, just come, enjoy it. We will. And hopefully we'll have a goal to celebrate this time.
Green King, of course, sponsoring us. How much do you love Green? What are your top three favourite things about the Junction?
The Junction, I mean, it has to be this little mural on the wall. It's amazing. I was served within about 2 minutes, and that pint of Moretti, is very crisp.
And they do spaghetti here as well. Thank you, Andy. Let's bring in Adam. I'll just read a few more comments. Delighted for the draw. Don't care what anyone says. As Toon fans, great nights and travel. Yes, mate. Where do you sit on this group draw? Is it the group of dreams or is it the group of death?
In terms of results, it's a group of death, but dreams, where we were 18 months ago to be playing Dortmund, PSG, AC Milan. Whether we win, lose or draw, it's memories fans are going to have for the lifetime. It really, really is. Going to Dortmund, the likes of Lee, he's travelled all over. To have the opportunity to go to Dortmund, to Paris, to the San Siro game, you look realistically, if we can finish third in the group, we still get Europa League. But enjoying the experiences of these teams is... You look at Man City's group, Man City fans won't remember this campaign. They won't, yet we will. So yeah, it's a really proud night to know we're going to be playing these teams for me.
Is it this draw happening today after such a gutting defeat on Sunday? Is it just the perfect recipe to maybe reinstigate some positivity ahead of Brighton at the weekend? Or will it make things worse because we've had two very tough draws in 2 days with Man City last night?
If you're a player, if you're a manager, you want to test yourself against the best. Every player in that team, Tonali's just left AC Milan, Botman turned AC Milan down, so they've got something to prove against AC Milan when we play them, and AC Milan will know that. You want to play and manage against the best teams in the world. It's our first Champions League campaign in over 20 years, so why would you? I don't understand why you'd want an easy group out of it, unless it's for financial reasons to push on. It's literally the man who's there on the mural, Bobby Robson. He built part of this club to compete against the biggest clubs in the world, and we've been missing for so long. So to get back to this now, and if we don't make Champions League next year, we don't make Champions League, but to be playing against PSG, Dortmund and AC Milan, it's a dream come true for me. It really is.
3-2 against Barcelona in 96, 97. No, 97, 98. No, 96, 97. Come on, Sam.
You should know. Most knowledgeable person I know about Newcastle.
It's been a long day. Juventus in 02-03, both memorable, unbelievable wins in the Champions League for Newcastle United. What can you see happening at St James's Park this season? War flags versus yellow wall. Whoever if we beat any of these teams, home or away, it's going to go down in history as one of the memorable nights.
It is, and you've got generations of fans who don't remember those games now. It's been that long. I was 11, 12, so I vaguely remember them, but I wasn't so intensely into Newcastle like I am now. So this is my first Champions League campaign as a proper fan, and there'll be thousands out there who've not experienced this. So, but as you say, the players now they've got the chance to write the name into United history in playing these games. Imagine an away result, an away win. As much as a shitbag he was, Craig Bellamy will always be remembered for that goal against Feyenoord. Taking us, Andy Griffin, brilliant servant at the club, always be remembered for scoring a winner against Juventus. Scholler scored against Juventus, if I'm not mistaken. So your name goes down. Barcelona, sorry. So your name goes.
And it was 97, 98 for Tino. Correcting myself.
Well, you should hang your head in shame, really, calling yourself a fan. But yeah, it was. All these moments, Harry sat there disappointed that we're in a big group. I've said to him there as he
I
came
wouldn't
up.
say he was disappointed. Of course, this is his first experience of Champions League.
And when I said to him when he came off camera, I said, Harry, however old you are now, 12, 13, you will never ever forget these moments. In your
He
life.
is 18. He was drinking on camera earlier.
Yeah, Green King don't serve underage. But no, people like Harry who are a bit younger than us, will never ever forget these games. And let's touch wood, this isn't going to be our last time in the Champions League. Hopefully we're in, if it's not next year, the year after, and we might get an easier draw, which is great. But I want these teams to fear coming to St James's Park, and I think that's our home form over these 3 games is going to be crucial to see how far we've come as a team.
Can someone in the production staff please Google when we find out about the fixtures and when they're available? But I suppose the headline is Kylian Mbappe is coming to play at St James's Park against Newcastle United. Sven Botman deals with him.
Yeah. I mean, is Mbappe playing for PSG these days? Or
Apparently he's about to sign a new contract.
I can't keep up with, but yeah, it'll be. I mean, seeing a player like him, Sven Botman will man mark anyone out of a game. To be fair, Trippier, I've got no issues with our defence marking anyone in the Champions League. To be fair, it's the other end of scoring goals. But yeah, seeing players like that, even some of the quality Dortmund have, they're not as big as they used to be. To be fair, as we mentioned before, Bellingham's left. So I don't think there is a fearsome as we're maybe thinking. I don't watch much Bundesliga, to be honest, nor do I watch much Serie A. But I do think when we're taking the likes of Tonali away from AC Milan, there's a reason for that. So I wouldn't. Yes, it's a group of death, but I wouldn't write us off straight away. I really wouldn't. I think the home form's crucial, but we've got a chance as much as anyone.
I think the fixtures are confirmed on Saturday. That is what I'm hearing in my earpiece. What's the one thing that's getting you the most excited about? Is it welcoming Europe's elite to St James's, or is it the potential of having another away day like your Rotterdam for Feyenoord, or like the San Siro, all them seeing 12,000 we took over that day for the 2-2 draw?
I think I'd like myself to be able to do at least one of these. I won't be able to do all, but me and my mate's already on the chat there. Dortmund's the one we're planning on driving over to, going to. But it's also seeing the fans who deserve it, who followed this club for so long. The likes of him sat behind the camera, who've gone to Tranmere's, they've seen us get beat off Wolves away, and now they're really, really going to get a chance to see us in Europe. It's an unbelievable feeling, and I just hope every Newcastle fan embraces this. And the negativity from Sunday, it's worth losing the odd game like that for heartbreak to be in the situation we are. Because as a team who's trying to compete at the top, you're never going to win every game. But hopefully most Newcastle fans realise. I mean, I still don't think it's sunk in for a lot of fans, but yeah.
So dates for the diary: match day 1, 19th and 20th of September. Match day 2 is October the 3rd or 4th, obviously depending on when we are allocated to play. Match day 3, 24th and 25th of October. Match day 4, 7th and 8th of November. Match day 5, 28th, 29th of November. And the final match day of the group stage of the Champions League will be December the 12th and 13th. The knockout stages then recommence in February, I think. Yes, February. So, we'll wrap up. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. The headline is Newcastle United are in Group F. Paris Saint-Germain, Borussia Dortmund and AC Milan are coming to St James's Park. Please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe and check out our membership options. They start at just 99p. So much extra content you get. My thanks to Carl and Lee behind the scenes today, and of course the wonderful staff at the Junction down the Haymarket in Newcastle upon Tyne, where we will be back on Saturday for the live watch along, where Brighton will be taking on our beloved Newcastle United live on the Saturday evening kickoff. So, thank you very much for watching, everyone, and stay tuned to Newcastle fans.